Okay, Burke, biggest lesson that you've learned this week. I will never freeze peaches.
My short story version is to not practice the next day after I knew I got a concussion the day before.
It sounds like a really good idea.
Yeah, it was a bad idea to practice the next day.
All the bad ideas.
All the bad ideas. Yeah,
Okay.
that was my lesson. If you know, and deep down you know, don't do it.
You know if you have a concussion. Don't do it.
You know.
You know. Do you know?
You know.
You know.
You know that you know. You know?
I want to talk about Dylan so bad.
Yeah, tell us about Dylan.
Dylan, my guy. My guy. So Berkeley and I both played volleyball in college, which we got to tell him. One of my favorite things about us is the fact that your dad had a picture of us playing each other. I probably blocked the shit. Just kidding. I didn't. You could tell. You had it around me.
I'll add the photo here at the bottom.
Yeah. Hanging in his office for a very long time before we worked together. Yeah, which is amazing.
So
we were meant to be. Anywho, so Berkeley and I both were middles. We should look up stats, but I do think you were better middle than I was for sure. And you guys also had a really good team your fifth year, side note. And but we both are Berkeley's tall and athletic, and I can just jump really high. And so we get hit in the head/face all the time.
And your head's above the net.
Right. Yeah. An average of 3 times a day, probably. And this bad boy, the ball is cracking off our heads and hitting the ceiling. Like, it is amazing how much our skulls can take. And one time when I was in college, I got hit. The ball was set really tight, and a practice player, hit the ball. Forgive you, James. It's okay. You're only doing your job. Hit the ball straight down, and I just heard this really loud crack, and I came down and didn't really know where I was, and everything was really sensitive, and so I sat out for a couple of weeks, concussed. Flash forward to playing at Stanford, and I'm blocking a back row attack, and I'm taught to block with my hands outside of my body because they're gonna hit to my left and my right, not straight ahead. What does this girl do? Pretty sure it's Adriana Fitzmaurice. Hits straight ahead, hits me in the head, and I knew I was concussed right away, but it was set 2. We've never beaten Stanford. I'm staying in. The Stanford band is so annoying. Put earplugs in, play the rest of the game, lost.
Put earplugs in?
To not listen to that band. And then, lost. And then I was out for another 2 weeks. So I got 2 concussions in this span of 2 weeks. So my coaches are like, you're going to wear a helmet. Took me to the doctor, and the doctor literally was like, it's not going to do anything for you. And I was like, are you listening to this? Are you listening? Because I did not. Mortifying to wear a helmet in front of on national TV and fans and blah, blah, blah.
We also need to link a picture of that here. Do you have one of you and Dylan?
I don't think so, but I will. No. I'll try to find him. I'll find him. And so my coaches were like, okay, we're going to design you a helmet, and we'll order you one. But in the meantime, you're going to wear this. They went to Play It Again Sports and picked up a wrestling helmet that was bright red. I played at Oregon. Our colors are green and yellow. This thing is bright red and probably 3 inches thick all the way around, a wrestling helmet. And on the back of the helmet in boy handwriting, it says Dylan Miller. So Dylan was protecting my noggin. Dylan protected me for a little bit. I don't know where Dylan is nowadays. And I hope this podcast gets to Dylan Miller. If you lived in Eugene and you were a wrestler and you had a red helmet, find me.
You saved my life.
I felt so much more free playing with your wrestling helmet throughout all my practices. And then the ending part of the story, they're, gotta close the loop, and everyone's like, did you wear a helmet? So the helmet came in, I'm wearing it in a game. And it was illegal. Like, you had to go through all this paperwork to wear something outside of your uniform, the traditional uniform. And so they didn't want to go through this paperwork. So I was saved. And I did not have to wear the helmet in matches, but I wore them in practice, wore Dylan in practice, which was totally fine. Like, I was more than happy to. Yeah, Dylan. So I'm sorry you got concussed, Dylan. But we got to find Dylan. You can borrow him. One time I tried to freeze peaches and it was horrible. And then my mom taught me it has to do to water content. Like, if something has a high water content, it does not freeze well. And I'm like, why have I never been taught this?
What happened to them?
Once you pulled them out, they were completely mush and brown and just did not keep well.
I couldn't picture which way it was going to go. I was like,
my mom, and then the good news is this shit turns into stories. So I kind of like that. I like this. But so to tell you this one, and maybe this can come up later. So I have a peach tree. I don't know if you actually knew this part about. Did you stop it? Okay, well, then I'm gonna tell you the whole story because
Congratulations.
thank you. It actually was Brian's he always wanted a fruit tree in his yard, so we would have never planted them if it weren't for him.
Wait,
Utah,
okay.
you knew this, right? Cherry,
Yes.
cherry, and peach.
Yes. I thought you were talking
Okay.
about their house now. I didn't
Yeah,
know
yeah, yeah,
that.
I know.
Okay.
Which actually there's a funny story about that because do you know what a persimmon is?
No.
I've never heard of it before. It's a fruit. They're so popular here. Like literally I walk into break rooms in the OR, people just eating persimmons like they're going out of style.
What do they look like?
A tomato, a small tomato, but they're a fruit. Obviously, tomatoes a fruit too, but like, yeah, but I'm sure they don't taste like that. Anyway,
Obviously.
if you don't
For
know
those of you
that,
that don't know, a tomato's a fruit,
you're
not a
lame.
vegetable. Peach
So
tree.
on the persimmon note, to finish
Oh.
that one, I have squirrels that run around. So right next door, there's a persimmon tree. It's huge. Like
Hold
it
on.
produced hundreds.
What's the difference between a squirrel and a chipmunk? Is it their tail?
I think a chipmunk is smaller.
So their tails could look the same.
I'm not 100% sure because I'm not an expert,
Because I literally had
but
this, like, the last, like, 2 weeks I've been in the car and I, like, see a animal and I'm like, squirrel, chipmunk? I don't know anymore which one is which. I'm like, I think it's a squirrel. I
yeah,
think it's the tail.
that's cute.
But I just
I
felt
think chipmunks are
really,
smaller.
I agree. But,
Yeah.
like, if you're not seeing them next to each other, how would you know that it's smaller?
How would you know?
I think it's their tail. I
Okay,
really do.
we can settle on that.
Sorry, back to your
To go
persimmon.
on a third tangent, my pastor was like talking about how we just Google things. And instead, he's like, I challenge you, if you have a thought, don't Google it. Go talk
Okay.
to someone, be like, hey, I've been thinking about this for a while. What do you think? And then just
What
don't
a good
Google it.
idea.
Anyway, so we're just gonna leave it chipmunk versus squirrel. You think it's a tail, and I think they're smaller, and we're not gonna look it up. Okay, so now to close the loop on the persimmon tree right next door, this one tree produced like 200, 300 fruit. And the best part about it was I have a couple of squirrels that run around here. They're so cute. They're like ninjas running on the fences. And these hoes would take a persimmon, halfway eat it, and leave it all over the yard. They literally just like take a bite, boom, done. Anyway,
Over the shoulder.
just so I don't have fruit trees here, but the neighbors do. And
Okay.
when I think of the fruit tree next door, I think of the squirrels, and I am so passionate about squirrels. I could go on and talk about how I trained squirrels before.
You could.
Have I told you this story? I'm
Story
sure I
for
have.
another time.
Fourth tangent. I'm just kidding. So going back to the fruit tree, so I have a cherry tree and a peach tree, and also this was crazy, just like the production part of them, because I guessed slash assumed, taught me to not even assume from fruit trees. First year to second year. So the first year, the cherry tree produced like 10, 15 cherries, and the peach tree produced like 2, 3 peaches. So I'm just thinking, okay, like everything is going to be more. The second year, the cherry tree didn't produce one cherry, nothing. The peach tree this past like August produced maybe 70 or 80 peaches. I was shocked because this thing's still a baby. It's like just barely 2 years old. And it got huge and there's like tons. And I treated them exactly the same, like with fertilizer and water and all these things. So anyway, um, the story is, and why I found out that peaches do not freeze is because my mom tried to two things. Like, thank you so much for shipping them to me. And like, she knew that I wasn't going to have any. And so I thought it was really thoughtful. But like, if you're going to go to the hassle to ship them to me, why are you doing normal shipping that takes 5 to 6 business days instead of just paying the extra $15 to overnight it? She didn't. So by the time it got to me, this cardboard box was coming apart. The poor UPS guy is walking up, like handing it to me, and it's like just spilling everywhere. And I did not know that she was sending them. So when I'm getting this,
Oh.
I'm like, who's messing with me? Like, this is crazy. And I open it up, and it's just all of these peaches. And some of them were still good, but some of them were not. But obviously, and so I
What a
tried
good
to
thing to
freeze
send to
some.
someone you don't like. What a backhanded compliment. Have some peaches. I was thinking
You're a
about you.
peach.
You're a peach. Oh, that's tragic. That's hilarious.
So
That's funny. Poor
that's
UPS guy.
definitely
I feel
was
for
a good
him.
idea. Ended up being a bad idea
Yeah.
on both sides. Freezing
Okay.
peaches and sending them in the mail, not priority overnighted. Like, do you have a biggest lesson of 2025?
Is it resolved? No. Does that make it a lesson if you haven't learned it? I don't know.
But is learning and applying different? Because are you thinking about applying it? Or hold on, because I feel like you've learned it then, but haven't. Maybe practicing is the word I'm looking for. Maybe applying the same thing.
My holdup is it's not singular to 2025. So
Okay.
have I learned it? No. Have I tried to apply it? It's in my
Okay.
mind.
Okay. That's funny.
Yeah. So sure.
Okay.
Could I wrap it up into one sentence? No. Can I explain it to you?
You don't
Yes.
need to. You don't need to wrap it up in one sentence. You don't have to go that grand either. It could be smaller. Because we can also like alternate. Like I talked about a big like best thing that happened to you in 2025, and so now it could be smaller. Like what'd you learn this week? Which I don't have an answer. I guess.
This week
Yeah.
was a
What I
tough
learned this
week.
week was how to be bored, and I'm not sure I learned it, but it was practiced.
What did you?
Which I think
How did you practice?
found things to do. So I'm super passionate about this, actually. Getting to the point of being bored and then being okay alone. And I know this is a really passionate thing for you too.
Yeah.
Especially like Berkeley and I have talked about going to the movies by yourselves and going to dinner by yourself. Super important. And I don't think people are comfortable and like not being on your phone. New challenge unlocked. So how I learned to be bored was like creating new hobbies. And so to give you perspective, I've baked 0 times in the last 6 years, maybe once.
Cookies.
The team did that.
Okay.
Myself though, like baking it, 0.
Okay.
I baked twice in the span of 12 hours. I made cookies one night from scratch, try to do the dough recipe.
Uh-huh.
Man, still have not perfected that yet. And the second morning, I made muffins, blueberry muffins. Oh my gosh. These muffins, they had streusel on top. I'm going to show you a picture right now so we can, proof is in the pudding. Why this
Are
new
scones next? The blueberry
update?
scones?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Are you ready for this? Because I don't think you are. Look at these muffins.
Wow. They look crumbly, like in a good way.
I
I
know,
feel like
I
that word
know.
doesn't sound good, but that's a good thing.
Crummy, that crumbly, delicious. So yeah, I baked and then I worked out a lot, like
But
yoga.
you were bored?
Yeah, I mean I baked, so I had to have been bored. Like, come on, you know me.
I'm not seeing the connection here. I mean,
So
I realize you can be bored doing things.
no, it's not that I was bored while baking. I
You were
was
bored to get to
bored,
that point.
so I baked.
Okay, so wait, how were you practicing being bored?
I found new hobbies when I was bored.
Okay, so you're not practicing
You
being bored. You are bored, so you're trying to solve that problem.
Yes,
Okay, got it. Same page.
I could see. Which is so funny. I love
Got it.
that. How we looked at it differently. So it was pretty phenomenal. And I gave people some blueberry muffins to try, and they were pretty impressed.
Okay, there's so many things that I'm excited for having my own place to be that kind of an adult. In my life right now, I live in a place provided by the team that I play for, and then I go home and live with my parents in the off season, which love them to death, hate living at home. One day, when I'm done playing volleyball, and I hopefully can purchase my own home, I cannot wait to decorate the crap out of that place, mostly to paint the walls, but then I'm excited to go and meet neighbors. I have zero desire to do that at places that I'm living for 6 months, but like to go get my own place and go actually, like, I don't feel like we've lived somewhere where I actually knew our neighbors very well in a long time.
Yeah,
And that's fun.
that'd be really cute. Okay, but why not? 6 months is still, you can do some damage.
Okay, well, it's 5 months. I don't know.
Odds.
A lot of goodbyes.
You hate goodbyes.
I hate odds more than
I
goodbyes.
should tell them odds. Okay, everyone, odds. First, explaining it is for those of you who don't know the best game on planet Earth. If you odds someone to do something, they pick what the odds are. So they can say 1 out of 10, 1 out of 100 if they're lame. And then you count down and you say 3, 2, 1. If you land on the same number, they have to do it. And I also want to say that's the only way to play odds. Some people I've tried to play, they're like 1 and 2. And if, we say the wrong, you guess a different number that I'm saying, you have to do it. I'm like, no, that's not how it goes. You just pick. If you want to roles reverse it, then you pick that you want me to do something, and then we'll go from there. But anyway, so Berkeley with odds, I'll give her the lamest thing to do, like this, like go meet your neighbors, and she'll be like 1 out of 1,000, and I'm like, wow. Or we're at a mall, and I'm like, Berkeley, odds you jump into this fountain, and she's like 1 out of 1, done. And she's like taking off her shoes on the way to do it. I'm like, stop, please don't. I don't want to deal with this right now.
If there's water involved, I'm in. I don't care what kind of
Okay,
water.
got it. I didn't put that correlation together. Oh my gosh, this is so funny.
I have actually failed on one of your oddses that I've been odds to do, but I think about it every single time and it
What?
makes me laugh. About anytime someone asks where I'm from, and I was supposed to say Vegas, baby.
I forgot about. Yeah, we should tell him. One time Berkeley and I were hanging out. I think it was low. I think you said 1 out of 10. Maybe even lower. Like 1 out of 5 or something like that. I think it was 1 out of 10. I think we
I
both
think
picked
it's 1 out of
7.
10. We picked
Classic.
7. I was gonna say,
7,
is
yeah,
that
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That definitely happened. And yeah, as you just say, whenever someone asks you where you're from, you have to
Why did
respond,
it come do you remember
"Vegas,
why that
baby."
came up?
No.
Well, and she
I
also
think
thought this was
someone
gonna be a
else
really
was
big
from
deal.
Vegas. They were asking you where you're from, and then you joked around. And I was like, "This is too good to let go."
Yeah, and she thought this would really get me, and I was like, "Bro, if you're from
Yeah.
Vegas, it's
Oh
not a
my
big deal."
gosh.
Like, it wouldn't bother
And
me to
I
say
I
that to
think that's
anyone.
so embarrassing. And you were like, "No, it's
And
not
I
that
get
big of a
embarrassed really
deal."
easily. That doesn't get me. I'm like, "Whatever. Vegas, baby. It
So
is what it
cringe to
is."
me if it was the first time meeting someone that asked you where they're from and they were like, "Vegas, baby,"
Okay,
instantly
but I
they'd
don't
go
say
into
it like that.
you have what other way you just say it
Vegas, baby.
casually. Okay, well, no wonder you're not a
If I had to say it the way you were saying it, yeah, no. Draw the
that was
line.
part of the
Inflection. No. No. I would have clarified that.
oh, no.
Well, the odds was for the rest of my life. I don't really know how we keep track of that, but I have not done that for the rest of my life already.
This needs to be a reminder. I need to text you every
So,
week.
are there consequences for not following through in your odds for the rest of your
There
life?
is. Have do you actually there is, and I'm not just making this up. This is what I've heard.
Okay.
I get to slap you
I didn't know that
across
actually.
the face hard.
So for the rest of my life, you get to do that or just once?
Rock, paper, scissors.
That's tough. Rock, paper, scissors to determine my fate of slapping for the rest of my life.
That is from How I Met Your Mother, right? That he owed him like 3 really hard slaps and he just never knew when
Yes.
they were coming. And it
This was
was
someone's argument.
Marshall to Barney, right?
Yeah, this one's someone's argument as to why How I Met Your Mother is one of a top tier show is because they have jokes like that that last through the seasons.
Yeah.
Other shows do that.
We can still disagree about Friends.
How do you know I
We
was
need
talking
to
about
think
Friends? New Girl does it too.
okay, I was gonna say we can think of so I feel like the core sitcoms are Office, Friends, How I Met Your Mother, and New Girl.
Yes.
Other people might argue other ones, but those are the ones that come into play a lot. And here's the problem, and this does not help your defense. I'm a huge fan of 3 out of those 4.
Same. Actually, I like all 4.
I was gonna say I don't actually know which one you don't like. Okay, well,
How I Met Your Mother would be 4th. I think Friends will always be 1. See, I don't know if I could actually rank them. I love the 3 of them equally. Friends might be like a centimeter above the other 2, just
wow, I
because of
didn't know it was that
classics.
close for you. I respect you a little bit more after this now. I thought we lost you
Thank
there
you.
for a second. We didn't. You're back with us.
The ending of How I Met Your Mother tanks
Oh my gosh.
its classification.
So I don't think I ever told you about this because I was so passionate about getting to the end, and I actually wanted to. It's one
Oh,
of
we
those
haven't
shows,
talked
How I
about
Met
it.
Your Mother. I don't think so either. How I Met Your Mother, I either watched, I was super involved in, and episodes would pass by, and I was on my phone, like I was very dialed in, or I'd be cleaning, cooking, whatever, and it's just like on in the background. So many episodes ran by, and I didn't really know them. And so because I didn't know the ending and who was the mom, I got to the last season, which I think is 7, right? Before I got to the 7th season, we'll just call it that. On the I thought it was gonna be revealed on like the last 1 or 2 episodes. And so I'm like, I'm gonna start this, and when it gets to the end, before they reveal who the mom is, I'm gonna rewind and watch all of it. Episode number 1 ruined. I was so
Yeah.
pissed. I was screaming at the TV. Why? Why did you do that? You should have told me. It should have been. I should have heard about this. So then
Yeah.
I went to go rewatch it sporadically, but I wasn't as passionate because I knew. So
Yeah. It was a tragic ending. It was a letdown. Like, they did all the work to, like, make it a good show throughout.
what did you think was so bad about it?
The whole show is about how he meets the mother.
But is it? I know what you're saying, and I know the whole point was about Ted getting a girl for sure, and the
No,
kids
no,
are
no,
interviewed
not a
throughout.
girl. How he meets the children's mother.
But he's like has a lot of girls along the way, so it's about getting a girl.
No,
A
no.
girl.
How he met their mother.
My God.
And he explains how he met their mother to then ask them if he can date their Aunt Robin.
Yeah, I forgot already. I was like,
Just blacked that out because it was that bad.
yeah, that's so true. I've read about that. Should rewatch it. I think I was still so salty that I just was like, not. You know how kids are like, I'm not gonna listen to you, no matter what you say. I'm mad at you. That was me watching.
They did it to themselves.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
Thank you.
But the heart of that show, the meatiest part of it was all of the random episodes with all of the random encounters that they have and stories
So
and
who's the best
jokes.
character in that show?
Oh my gosh, it goes. I'd say Barney. I hated him at first because
See, I don't love
I
Barney.
don't agree with what he stands for.
Even at the yeah, I don't think I ever really loved Barney.
Well, he
Schmidt,
doesn't like you either,
love
so.
Schmidt.
Yeah, 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 everyone does. How can you not? So lovable. Okay, then who's your favorite character on How I Met Your Mother?
I don't have
Then why'd you ask me?
like, usually there's a character that drives, like, why you love the show.
I said that.
Yeah,
Like,
Barney. Nothing drives me to love that show. Like, usually a character is what keeps me to, like, coming
I
back and
see what
watching
you're
a show.
yeah, I'm talking about all the things that they go through, like the jokes and stuff like that, that they and the stories and stuff like that. But it is, yeah, characters for sure as well. Maybe that's why you don't like it that much because there's no one and I have an argument why everyone's lame to a certain extent on that show, except for Barney.
Why?
I mean, because he's just so funny and but everyone else has, like, reasons why they suck.
Oh, I thought you
That's
had
what I'm
one
saying.
reason. So I was like,
I know,
tell
yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Got it. Got
No.
it. Got
That's really interesting. I didn't know that you
it. Yeah.
thoughts that low about that poorly about How I Met Your Mother.
Another show that I think people need to watch is Community.
Yeah. I know you're passionate about that one, and I've never
Yeah,
watched it.
I'm really
Well, I
passionate
tried,
about
and I
that one.
didn't think it was that funny.
I know, it's because you have to, like,
Yeah, get into it. That's what they all
you
say.
have to, one, know that it's uncomfortable, nerdy, weird, and then, like, get a whole I don't even remember how many episodes are in a season, but, like, halfway through the first season, and then, like, take a break, and then come back and be like, I like these characters.
Okay.
Like, you need a break.
If a show is requiring me to take a break in order to like it, not sure that classifies it as a good show.
But then what if when you come back, it becomes, like, one of your top 3 shows? But, like, that's how The Office was. You, like,
Yeah,
after the first season,
that's true.
if you stopped at the first season, same feeling.
It's true. Did you watch The Office all the way through the first time you watched it? Like, meaning I watched it and then thought it was stupid, and then COVID hit and everyone watched it during COVID. Everybody.
No, I watched
And
it
so
right
then
before
I
COVID. But I also saw a lot of episodes on TV. Like, my parents watched it on TV. So, like, I
okay.
saw episodes before I ever watched it all the way through.
Hmm.
So, like, I knew it got funnier without having to watch the first 6 episodes. I was like, this is tragic. But there are funny episodes to come. So, like, because I don't know if I had never seen it before, I don't know if I would have made it through the
Right,
first
yeah.
6.
I need to watch it again.
It was tough.
I feel like there's no other sitcoms I can think of that's worthy. People talk about Parks and Rec, but I've never seen that one.
That was pretty funny. I like Parks and Rec. I've only watched that one once all the way through. I think you would like that one, actually. I can't remember any of their names, so I'm just gonna stop talking about it now because I'll just be like giving zero information. But that one's good.
Okay.
I'd put that one above How I Met Your Mother.
Okay, I need to watch it now just to.
It took me like New Girl. It took me like 6 times to start it and actually get into it.
So whenever I muster up a lot of patience, watch
That's
Community
how I
and
felt
Parks and
about New
Rec.
Girl. It took me 6 different times to watch New Girl. I
Okay.
had to start 3 episodes in and then go back.
I don't get secondhand embarrassment very often. I know people talk about it. I remember the first episode of New Girl, I had so much secondhand embarrassment.
Yes.
And then it became normal, which was, I'm glad that happened. But
Yeah. The first episode was rough.
yeah, New Girl.
And again, I couldn't get over the name for a long time. She's
What?
not the new girl after the first episode. It's a really horrible name for that show.
All about ideas.
Yeah. A bad idea. That turned into a really great one. And that's a wrap. Okay. Okay, starting right now, 5 minutes. The word of the day is forgot it. I'm looking at it. Iron. What?
I saw a video of these 2 girls and her hair was on the ironing board and she was like straightening her hair, ironing it.
Did it work? That's kind of
It
genius.
was just like a clip and I don't know. And she had beautiful, really long hair. I'm not sure why that was a thing.
Well, what's the difference between that and a flat iron?
I don't think they had one.
No, I know, but like,
Oh, I see. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Maybe heat control, and I don't know how hot an iron gets compared to a flat iron. I mean, it has the same word, so probably the same thing. Just double-sided.
so much more surface area.
Maybe that's
crazy.
why they were running out of time.
I want to know if it worked.
Hmm. Do you even ever iron anything?
I had not in my life until I started sewing, and that's why I said that word because I'm staring at it on my table over there. And you iron the seams. Like, I don't even really iron the clothes when I'm done because, like, if they're wrinkly, I don't care. But like, when you sew a seam together, you're supposed to. So like, please hold while I get my knee tripod out. Use 2 pieces of fabric.
Uh-huh.
You sew along right here, right? So then you have this little where my fingertips are spreading at the top, like 2 seams, right? And then you iron here so it flattens the seam and makes it look really professional.
That makes sense. So
Yeah.
a steamer would definitely not do the job.
No. Even like I just saw a like tiny handheld iron, which like I need because some seams, like for example, let me think of one like if you're doing like a vest, and so like the seam would go around like chest around your neck. That seam doesn't lay flat when you like lay it flat on the table. So like to iron it is like so extremely hard. Cause like then you're also like when you try to like flatten it out, you're like folding other pieces of the garment, and then when you iron over it, you get more folds, and so it's just like a pain in the butt. So I saw this handheld one at the grocery store, and I was like, I needed it.
At
That's the
Myers.
answer to my problems. Yeah, at Meyer. Don't add the S.
Meyer.
Apparently, that's like a sin here. It's Meyer.
I believe it. What
Yeah,
are the other stores in the Midwest that are not on the West Coast?
I'd have to really do a poll.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, you haven't been there for very long. There's a lot.
Yeah,
Like just like random clothing stores too, or
yeah, I
department
think,
stores.
yeah. No, I haven't done a whole lot of shopping, so I couldn't tell you, but
Proud of you.
Meyer, I know.
Meyer.
Meyer is the big grocery store. There's also not a whole lot around right where I live, and like during the week, I don't stray from my 2 mile radius very far. So like I only look at those like 7 stores that I pass. It's not true. It's more than that, but like you get the
I
idea.
gotcha. Do you guys practice where you play?
No, we have a practice facility. We practice where Michigan Volleyball Academy practices, MVA. It's like a 5 court like rec facility, but it's really nice. It's like offices and locker room are like upstairs, and there's like a weight room downstairs, and then there's like 5 courts. So, and it's 5 minutes from where we all live, and then our arena is like 15 minutes downtown. So not far.
That's so nice.
It's really nice. Yeah.
Your roommate's got to make a feature. I don't even know who you live with.
Lauren Jardine.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Go Utes.
I know. Former Vegas teammate, and then same alumni. There should be a word for that. Is there a word for that?
That we went to school together? Same.
But we didn't actually go to school together. Like I
Oh,
missed
yeah,
her
yeah,
by
yeah.
years.
Sorry. So went to the same, yeah. Both Utah alum.
Yeah.
I also, like, what's the difference between alumna and alumni? I think one's plural.
I do know that
I know this.
Gilmore Girls is another.
Oh, that is another.
sitcom.
I don't know. Is
I
it
know.
funny though?
It's hilarious.
I think it was super dark the first couple episodes. I'm like, I feel more sad watching this show. The colors, it was so.
Gilmore Girls?
Ray and dreary. Go watch the first episode.
I do. I watch it every year.
No, I'll give it another chance.
Please.
It's just me.
Alumna? I don't know. They literally just talked about it on an episode I watched a couple days ago, and I don't remember. I think it's like alumna. Because it doesn't end in an S. No, alumni is. I don't know. Are
Okay,
you looking it up?
I got it. I had to know. This couldn't be a conversation that just ended. Okay, alumnus, N-U-S, singular, is for
Yeah,
one
alumni is
male
plural.
graduate. Alumna, singular, is for one female graduate. Alumni is plural. I don't know if that's how you say it, alumnae, but alum and N-A-E is for groups of females only.
Yeah. Do you know what the plural of a cul-de-sac is?
There's a thing? They all want to say cul-de-sacs. Cul-de-sacies.
Cul-de-sac. Lorelai goes on a rant in one of the episodes, so you would enjoy that one.
That's incredible, but
Yeah.
why would you also need to use cul-de-sac, sackies, plural, in a sentence?
The bus stops at a lot of cul-de-sacs. You're welcome. It's also French.
It says or cul-de-sacs is the English one, but nailed it. French is.
Nailed it.
What does that even mean? Do you know where it comes from?
France.
I'm sorry. What does it mean? What does cold mean?
Circle Street. I don't know. I have zero clue.
Definition. A blind diverticulum or pouch, a street or passage closed at one end, a fruitless or mistaken course or direction. The first one really got me. A blind diverticulum or pouch. I think what Merriam-Webster is tripping.
What are you taking?
Miriam, you're so quick. Okay, so
And that's for next time.
I know. We'll talk about nicknames and how we get them next time.